Hi everyone, welcome to my self-publishing guide. With this guide I will show you all steps involved how to self-publish successfully the right way. My name is George. I'm in the publishing industry for almost 25 years and I help authors self-publish their book professionally. I myself sold over 300,000 copies as printed book and ebook, and some of my books reached the top 5,000 with Amazon. I can help you achieve the same. I will provide you with everything you need to know to self-publish successfully. So what are the important steps to publish successfully? I will summarize all the steps quickly and then I will go into detail each step involved. First, writing and editing. Second, typesetting and layout. Third, book cover design. Fourth, ISBN numbers and a barcode. Fifth, very important, ebook file conversion. Sixth, print on demand, POD. And the final step is upload to all retailers. But you have to do it the right way. I try to explain all the steps involved. Step 1, writing and editing. Of course, your book has to be written very well to have any chance of success. When you're done with writing, you should consult with an editor. Many authors shy away from this, as the cost can be very big. At least you should have an editor checking for errors in your manuscript. You should have done a basic proofreading, spelling errors, punctuation mistakes, and so on. If you want to do a full edit, I guess it will cost you about $80 to $200 per 10,000 words. If you're on a budget, you should at least get copy editing, which costs maybe between $50 to $100 per 10,000 words. Make sure you don't skip the editing. It's very important. Step 2, typesetting and layout. This is not an easy task, and many authors think uploading their regular Microsoft Word file to an automated online software and do the conversion automatically there is enough, but that is not enough. I always try to compare this with Google Translate. Sometimes it works out fine, but many times it's nonsense. Same with the conversion, what they offer for free online. Don't use that. You have to do this really the professional way. When you create your document with Microsoft Word, that is all fine, you can use that. You have to keep it very simple. Do not overuse fonts. I would suggest you use only one font type. You can play around with bold, italics, or different font sizes. You should always remind yourself that the reader will decide how your book will look like. The reader can choose what font to use to read your book and also the size. So all your fancy fonts you want to use will all be gone when the reader is opening it in an iPad or on a phone or on the Kindle. The ebook is free-flowing, a little bit like a website. And the layout you create with the Microsoft Word will look different across the reading devices. With an ebook, you cannot use tables or split the page into columns. So you cannot have a picture on the left side and text in the middle or on the right of it. This will not work out in a free-flowing ebook. If you want to create something like that, you have to set up the ebook as fixed layout book. Then you can have all the pictures, graphics, tables, whatever you want. However, I still do not recommend to make fixed layout books. Only use fixed layout for coffee table books with only photos and just minimal text. You have to understand, with a fixed layout book, the reader cannot choose the font type and the font size and would have to zoom in on the reading device to read it and view it. So it's not recommended. Stay with a free-flowing book, and there you just follow the rules, standard font, only one font type, play around with italics and bold. No tables, not many graphics, and so forth. Don't leave any double space or empty pages. Every empty page will be automatically deleted with an ebook. There are no empty pages. You can also disregard page numbers. Many authors struggle to create a table of contents with an ebook, as there are no page numbers. This is a difficult thing to do, and a professional designed ebook has an interactive table of contents, usually as a pull down menu or a sidebar menu, so automatically will go to the chapter beginnings, and you can, everybody who knows about a professional ebook layout will know how to do that. With an automated online software conversion program, it is many times very troublesome, and the table of contents will be missing or will not work out the way you think it should work out. You can have with an ebook endnotes or footnotes. That's not an issue. So when you create and when you write your ebook in Microsoft Word, which is fine to use, keep it very simple. You only use one font or two fonts, maximum two fonts, and one standard type size, and just play around with italics and bold, and then you're good to go. Because you have to remember, the Microsoft Word file, usually you will give it to your service provider and they will work on it and create a layout. Microsoft Word is not suitable to create a professional layout. It's not a layout program, it's a writing program. If you want to do it all yourself, then the only professional program to use is Adobe InDesign. InDesign is very difficult to learn. It is also not free, it's a subscription model, so you pay every month. But if you want to do it yourself, you definitely can learn Adobe InDesign, but it still will be very difficult. Just a small setting wrong with Adobe InDesign and the output will be different, and you get some error when uploading the EPUB and you have no idea why the error is there and where it came from. So it's quite difficult to handle it all on your own. I'm over 20 or almost 25 years in business and publishing, and I have to say ebook layout is much more complicated and difficult than a print book layout. With a print book layout, you do the layout exactly the way you want to have it, and this will be the way the book will be printed. Nobody can change anything. It's pretty simple to do that. But with an ebook, it's very complicated. You have to take so many things in consideration. So it's really, this is the thing what amazes me the most, that people skip this part and they think they upload a file to somewhere online and then they input something and out comes the beautiful design layout. This is not working the way many people think. So keep this in mind, and really this is the ebook file conversion is very important. Do not cut any corners here. They input something and out comes the beautiful design layout. This is not working the way many people think. So keep this in mind, and really this is the ebook file conversion is very important. Do not cut any corners here. Step 3, book cover design. Here the same with the layout. Many authors take their holiday photo, upload it to Amazon, use the cover template, and let Amazon even choose the font type and style and put their name on it and the book cover title, and they are done with it. I think this is a big mistake also. Cover is very, very important. Your book has to be with a stunning cover. If you're a graphic designer, a professional graphic designer, then please go ahead and design your book cover yourself. If not, don't do it. You have to hire a graphic designer, a real professional graphic designers. This is also sometimes difficult. There are many people outside, they say, oh, I can design everything what you want for you, but sometimes difficult to find. What you should give to your designer is your book title, the author name, and the blurb of the book, the synopsis. And then the designer has to come up with ideas. If the graphic designer asks you what you want, what photo to use, what font, then it's almost, you can do it almost yourself. So that means the graphic designer has no eye for good design and he will not come up with anything stunning. So filter out the designers and choose the one who really knows what to do. Your book graphic designer has to design the front cover, the back cover, and the spine. Step 4, ISBN and barcode. What is an ISBN? ISBN stands for International Standard Book Number, and every book has one number. If you publish an ebook as well as a printed book from the same book, then you need two numbers. You cannot use the same number. With ISBN you have two or maybe three options. The first and the best option would be to buy your own ISBN and be your own publisher. Every country has different rules. Some countries issue the ISBNs from their national libraries or similar institutions. Some have agencies who sell the ISBNs. In the United States, there's only one place you can buy the ISBN. This is with Boca. And one single ISBN is $125, which is quite expensive, but you can get a discount if you buy more than one. For some authors who don't want to spend this amount of money and who don't need their own imprint, they could purchase the ISBN from a publisher or work together with a publisher and get the ISBN assigned from the publisher. Of course, the imprint will be then the publisher's name and not your own name, but sometimes it doesn't matter because some online retailers not even ask you who is the imprint and just ask you for the ISBN. Many authors make here a critical mistake. They go to Amazon, they upload their book, and Amazon has the option for a free ISBN, and many choose this option. With the Amazon ISBN, the imprint will be Amazon Digital Services. So it's not your own imprint. And the other thing with the Amazon ISBN is that you cannot use it anywhere else. It's only used when the book is sold with Amazon and not anywhere else. And this is a big thing, a big issue. You should have one ISBN for your book across all the platforms. So you should not have one ISBN for the book on Amazon, then another ISBN for the exactly same book on Apple. This makes all no sense. One ISBN for your ebook used across all retailers. And to achieve that, you can only either buy your own imprint, which is expensive, or use a publisher's imprint, which will be much cheaper. The second question what I have many times with ISBN and barcodes is that what is a barcode? What should I do with that? Do I need that? The barcode is only used on the printed book. It is displayed printed on the back cover, and the ISBN it shows the ISBN number and the price. So the bookstores scan this code and then you can purchase the book. Even if your book will never see a bookstore, maybe you sell it on a print on demand, or you just print copies for yourself and give away or sell online yourself, you should still have a barcode. It looks much more professional if on the back cover is the barcode displayed, and it looks like one of the best-selling books. Then your book should be complete. Even if you are self-publishing, you can have the same standard like one of the best-selling hotshot authors out there. In addition to that, you could even have another code called a QR code, but maybe it's not important, but just want to explain it what it is. A QR code, everybody with a smartphone or a tablet can scan it, and then you go directly to your website you specified before. So you could have it on the back if you want, but I'm not sure if many people use it. I helped publish a few thousand books, and Sometimes the authors use it and sometimes they don't use it. If it fits on your design, then maybe you can add a QR code also. It will not hurt, but it's not necessary if you think you don't want to have it. Let's talk a bit about the different kinds of ebook files out there. The most important ebook files are EPUB file, MOBI file, and PDF files. The EPUB file, there are two versions, the EPUB 2 and EPUB 3. EPUB 3 is the newer version, and with the EPUB 3, the difference is a little bit, with the EPUB 3 you have more features. EPUB 3 can have footnotes, endnotes. EPUB 2 can't have that. EPUB 3 can be fixed layout or free-flowing layout. EPUB is only free-flowing. Most retailers support both versions. Apple only supports EPUB 3, and the others, most of them go now to EPUB 3 also, but still accept EPUB 2. You should have both versions just in case. Any service bureau who's doing the conversion for you will have no problem to create both. EPUB version ebooks are used with Apple, Kobo, Barnes & Noble, and Google Play Store. The other major ebook version is MOBI file format. MOBI file format is only for Amazon Kindle. This is their own format, is a kind of EPUB, but it's called MOBI, and it's only working on Amazon devices on the Kindle. So you need this definitely because you need to publish with Amazon. The third file version would be a PDF. PDF is a fixed layout, so the reader cannot change anything. The reader will see it exactly the way it is. You cannot upload any PDF ebook file with any major retailer except with Google Play Store. So Google Play Store, they accept the PDF file as well as EPUB. If you publish with them, you upload both. The PDF you create with for the ebook, I usually try to call it ePDF, but actually it's not their own name, should have the interactive table of contents. Many authors who do the PDF themselves have almost always the table of contents missing because they do not know how to make it. So they have the PDF and everything, but it's like from page 1 until the end of the page, and there's no table of contents. The reader will get very confused. If he stops somewhere reading, he doesn't know where is what. So you really have to do this also very professionally, and not many just create a Microsoft Word and then click File, Save As or Export, and the PDF is missing the table of contents. So do this professionally, do it the right way. If you open your PDF file and you don't see the table of contents, then you did something wrong. Another PDF you will need, which is slightly different to the PDF you create with for the ebook version, is the print-ready PDF. All the printers have specifications, and the PDF has to be error-free, and you have to change the PDF with the printed book because you need a table of contents in the actual PDF. It can be interactive when you print. And with the print-ready PDF, you can have empty pages. Maybe you want to start every chapter on the right-hand side, or you want to have empty pages in the middle or in the beginning, or you can really do whatever you want. Because the print-ready PDF will be exactly, the book will be printed exactly the way you see the file. There will be no changes when you give it to the printing house. The print-ready PDF is also not so easy to create because you have to calculate about page margins, trim, sizes, book size, and so on. Everything has to be correct. So you have to know before what you do. You create a book, maybe 6x9 or 5x8 inches trim size. You have to know exactly how many pages you have, what is the inside margin, what is the outside margin, top margin. There are many things you have to follow up. Every printing house has maybe a little bit slightly different formats, what they want from you. but a professional done print ready PDF should be accepted in every printing house. And then you can upload it to Amazon and sell your book as a print on demand book. Print on demand means then the book will be only printed when somebody buys the book and you have no cost involved. You can order yourself some copies and give away, so that's always recommended to do. Number 6, print on demand, POD. Just talked about it before a little bit. Print on demand is very important. If you make an ebook, you should have your book ready to sell as a print on demand as well. There are still many people out who rather want to have the printed book in their hand, maybe read the ebook, but they still want to have the printed book, and you should definitely have that. To have the print on demand book, you have to do a few more things. First of all, you need a print ready PDF file, so this is an extra file what you need, and then you need also your cover as print ready PDF cover. So this is usually one file. On the left is the back cover, in the middle is the spine, and on the right is the front cover. This is one file. When you open it on the screen, you will see left spine, the back cover is on the left, the spine, and then the front cover. It is very important with the margins here. You don't want to have a white border around, so you have to think about many things when you create a PDF file, and really should work with the designer, or the designer should do that for you. The designer will only ask you the number of pages of your book and what paper you use. Do you use a green paper for printing or you use a white paper for printing? And then the designer can calculate the spine width and design the book exactly to specifications. For the print on demand, many times get asked what paper should we use, what is the best printing size. I would say, like most of you will have fiction books, my recommended size for maybe 80,000 word fiction book is always 5 times 8. And for the books which have maybe 120, 130, 140 or even more words, 1000 words, then maybe you go to 6 times 9 inches as trim size. For the paper, for fiction books, I always recommend green paper instead of white paper. It's not as reflective and is very easy on the eyes to read. You can read the book on the beach easily, so I always would go with that. For non-fiction books, maybe you have use maybe white paper, and maybe you use 5 times 8 inches as size, or maybe 5.5 and 8 times 5. That is also very common to use. If you print in color, if you want to print in color, then you should use 5.5 times 8 times 5 or 6 times 9 inch. Because if you want to distribute the book with Amazon and use their expanded distribution, that means they send the book or offer the book to other retailers as well as print on demand, then you have to use their standard sizes. You cannot use your own size. But otherwise, usually there is no standard size at all out. You just visit a bookstore and you see they have so many different sizes. You don't know anymore what is standard and what is not standard. But maybe you visit a bookstore and check what's the most common size in the genre you write in, and what you maybe like the most, and maybe what has the best selling books, and then maybe you do the same. Another important aspect of the print on demand is, of course, for yourself. If you spend many years writing your book and then you spend maybe a month with an editor, and then a week with the cover designer, and then a few days or a week with the layout people, and then finally you have a book as ebook and then as print on demand, it is a great feeling to order own copies and have the book in your hands and say, here, this is my book. If you only do an ebook, it's not you give it to your friends, and how can you give an ebook to a friend? You can just send them a link to get it downloaded on Amazon, send them a gift code or something like that. It's not the same. If you can give them the printed copy in your hand, fresh from the press, it's a super, super feeling. You can also use your printed books. Maybe you go to your library, or you go to your bookstore, to your local bookstore in your city, or in your wherever you live, and you do some book signings or have book meetings, and you have maybe 20 or 50 copies with you, or give it away or sell it, or it is definitely good. You feel as author, and it's nice. um, Maybe it's difficult to sell your book in bookstores in national or international chains. This will be very, very difficult to achieve. But still, if you self-publish your book, you can still take your book, and if it's done professionally, it will look the same like any other best-selling author book. And then maybe you can take your book and sell it to big publishing houses and say, here I am, read my book. And you never know, and maybe they pick it up and sell it with all the shops. Step 7, upload to retailers. Here again, many authors make a big mistake. Some upload to Amazon, like I said on the beginning, their Microsoft Word file, and let Amazon do everything automated. And you have to understand then, when you upload your Microsoft Word file to Amazon, there is nobody there reading your book and checking your book for errors, or checking even the layout. It's run through a software, and then the file is coming out. Nobody checking if the layout is not nice, or is the fonts are up, different types of fonts used. Nobody will check that. The book will be error free. Only your reader will have a very, very bad experience when reading the book. So you should not do that. The second mistake they make, then, let Amazon handle it. Sign up for the Amazon Kindle Select, which is an exclusive program. And with this exclusive program, Amazon does not allow you to sell the book anywhere else. I understand most sales come from Amazon. I have over 1,000 books published with Amazon, or helped publish with Amazon, and maybe 75% of the total sales, or maybe 70% of total sales, is from Amazon. But I always say, how did the book get sold on Amazon? How did the reader find your book? Maybe your reader found your book on Google Play Store. Maybe they found it on Apple Books, or maybe on Kobo, maybe on Barnes & Noble, or maybe some other small little site where you uploaded your book. And then they went to Amazon and buy it. It's like many times you go out shopping, and you want to buy something, and in the shop you maybe even have an app on your phone, compare the price with Amazon. Or then you go home and said, okay, I want to buy that, but I will buy it later at home on Amazon. The same is with the books. So many authors argue with me about that. I said, no, it's not true, and all the sales come from Amazon. I don't want to argue that all the sales come from Amazon, yes, but how they got there, the reader, that's a different story. If you want to try the Amazon Kindle Select to be exclusive for 3 months, then please go ahead, do it for 3 months. Don't forget to unassign from this after 3 months, and then upload it everywhere, and you see if you have any difference in that. And if you think you're better off, then you published already 6 months the book, and you compare the sales. Did the Amazon sales drop when you got out of the exclusive deal? Then maybe you should go back again to do the exclusive deal, but I doubt it very much. I have a lot of experience. I publish from on Amazon almost 10 years now, the ebooks, when they started already, and it never worked out with me, never, ever. So if you want to start 3 months, try it out, and then after 3 months you upload to all the others, if this is the thing what you want to do. But I would upload everywhere and have the book out. The other mistake many authors do is they go to an online distributor or aggregator, and they do all the distribution for them. I think this is not the recommended thing to do. If you really want to self-publish, you have to be in control of everything. You have to control your files. The files have to be professionally done. And all the contracts with the bookstores, with the book sellers, you have to have in your name. Don't go through a third party. Even they take maybe 10%, maybe 20%, maybe 30%, maybe 50%, I do not know. and it's easy for you to do. You give them the file and they handle everything and you have nothing to do. I think you should not do that. Even the company I'm involved with, we offer that, but only on request for the people who really want to do, but we don't recommend it and I cannot recommend it. You should be a complete self-publisher and have all the files and control everything. So you have the contract with Amazon, you have the contract with all the other retailers. The major retailers are Amazon. You create an account, you upload yourself, you get paid to your own bank account. There's nobody else. You create an account with Apple, you upload directly to Apple yourself, Apple pays to you to your bank account. Same with Google Play. You create your account with Google Play, you put all your account details inside your bank account and so on. They have a contract with you. And same with Kobo and Barnes & Noble. So those are the 5 most important, exactly like that. Amazon, Apple Books, Google Play, Kobo, and Barnes & Noble. Only Amazon and Barnes & Noble have print on demand. So Apple, Google Play, and Kobo, they do not sell any printed books. They say only sell the ebooks. Barnes & Noble will source the print on demand book from Amazon directly if you select with Amazon the expanded distribution. So you do not need to upload your own print on demand version on Barnes & Noble, but you can do that if you want. This is those are the most important retailers you should do or go all the way. Amazon is very easy. Everybody can make an account there and upload everything. Is very straightforward. With Apple Books, it's a little bit more difficult. The only difficulty actually is here because you have to use Apple software, and Apple software only works on Macintosh computers. So if you have a Windows computer, you're out of luck. You cannot download the software from them and you cannot upload to them. This is a software called iTunes Producer, and this works on Mac. So this is a free software, but you need a Macintosh computer. Google Play is very easy. Everything is online, and you just upload your PDF file and your EPUB files, and you're done with. Kobo is also very easy. Kobo is a retailer. They are very big in Australia and New Zealand, also in Europe, Asia. So don't forget Kobo. Kobo is quite good. It's a Canadian company. And Kobo is also exclusive with Walmart store. So all the Walmart has their own ebook store, but it's all handled by Kobo. If you upload your book to Kobo, you have your book with Walmart, with the Walmart ebook store. So Walmart is a huge corporation. Of course, it's very important to be there also. Barnes & Noble, of course, Barnes & Noble is well known in the United States. They have also they have the bookstores in the United States, even they don't do very well. And they have also stores in Asia, or they had stores in Asia. And you should upload there, even from the top 5. This is maybe they have maybe the least sales, but they make it very easy to upload also. They only have their store, their ebook online store in the United States. They exited Europe, I think last year or a few years ago, and they only sell. Those are the most important. There are many distributors out there, and they say, "Oh, we distribute to 30,000 outlets or whatever they say." That's yeah, this is 29,995 outlets will never sell a single copy of your book, and only 5 will sell. So it's don't go away from your own self-publishing and upload yourself just because you see the big number from an online distributor aggregator selling, "Oh, come with us and you have a book on 30,000 outlets." It's nonsense. Yeah, I myself canceled all the smaller outlets because even with over 1,000 books listed, the sales were so small that it's not even worth it to even go online and do that. And if you have only 1 book or 2 books, believe me, the sales will be 1 book sold every 3 years. It's not worth it to upload to all the small retailers. If one retailer, small retailer, you want to have your book on, please go ahead and do it. Or if they have a beautiful author page for you and things like that, yes, please go ahead. But just be always in full control. You have full control about the payment and the upload and your files. That's very important. And my big advice is always do not do any exclusive deals. To summarize the publishing process, you have to start with the writing, have your writing done properly. Then if you are on a budget, you can do some self-editing, some self-proofreading and checking for errors, but still need an editor to go over your book. Then you hire somebody to do the typesetting and the layout for you, so you have a professional book. Step 3 involve the cover. You hire a professional graphic designer to make the cover for you, the front cover, the spine and the back cover. Number 4 is the ISBN and barcode. So you have the options like I outlined before. You either use the publisher's ISBN or you purchase your own imprint. Step 5 involves the eBook file conversion. You need the MOBI file for Amazon, the EPUB 2 and EPUB 3, as well as the PDF file for the ebook and a separate print-ready PDF file for the print on demand. Print on demand is our 6th version, and you should upload to all retailers by yourself when you're done. Don't use a third-party aggregator or distributor. And then after that you can start have some books printed. Maybe go to your local bookstore, do a book signing, or send the book to newspapers, give it away or sell it online on your own store. And you even can send it to big publishers, and if your book is done professionally, maybe you get even picked up to have it distributed in bookstores. You as author have now 2 options. The first option, you do everything by yourself. You will spend many weeks or even months to figure out everything, and even then it's not guaranteed that the file will be exactly the way it should be. I made exactly the same mistake 10 years ago when I started to publish ebooks, and I tried to do everything by myself and did not consult experts in the field. I wasted months, maybe even years to get it right. Your second option is to consult professionals and have this done in no time. Me and my team are in the publishing industry for almost 25 years and in the ebooks business for 10 years now. We helped around 500 authors and thousands of books to get published, and are on track to help about 1,000 authors within the next year. And hopefully you can be one of them, and together we can publish your book to success. If you're interested, please click the link below or contact me for further consultation. Are you ready to get published? If you are done with your writing and editing, we can have your book out within 3 days. Click the link below to get this done professionally. Good luck with publishing. Okay, thank you for listening, and I hope I provided value input. Like I said, if you have any question, please contact me directly, and all the best in publishing.